welcome back to another video. Today's video is going to be the story about how I found out I was pregnant. Now this isn't a very long story. It might not be the most extravagant story, but it's my story and I just would like to share it with all of you guys. So, like any other story about this kind, I obviously did not know at first. And you know, I didn't really have any symptoms to go by. I had no morning sickness. At the time, looking back, I was a little more tired, but the semester had just started and I just figured it was because I was going to school part-time and I was still working full-time. So I was going 7 days a week, every day, for 10 hours a day. So I just assumed that that was the reason why I was more tired, not because I was pregnant. I also did not have a regular period, so missing a period was not even any cause for any kind of alarm. It did not raise any red flags. It didn't spark any, I mean, it was just an average, ordinary thing for me because it's been that way for years. So what did kind of spark me to maybe think, okay, maybe I should take a test, is because my boobs, now granted I was always a full-figured girl, my boobs had started to get a little bigger and to where they would kind of like, you know, you could tell that they were getting too big for the bra I was wearing, and I had been wearing that same bra for, you know, a long time and it had always fit really well, so this was kind of unusual, but still I just kind of, you know, fixed it and kind of went on about my day. And then at night I started realizing that, you know, sleeping on my stomach, whereas I would always sleep on my stomach very comfortably and never have to adjust anything or never have to fix anything, I would have to adjust my chest, and, you know, it was very uncomfortable. And that was kind of weird, but still that didn't even send any kind of signal to my brain like, hey, maybe I should take a pregnancy test. What did, however, was Matt suggested it. He touched my boobs one night, and yes, we're 25 years old, we live together, we're engaged, we're allowed to do that. He told me that they felt larger than normal, and he thinks that maybe I should take a pregnancy test. So I was like, well, I mean, I doubt it, but okay, I'll do it to make you happy, whatever. So the next day at work was a Thursday. It was a really busy day because Thursdays are the days that we get most all of our trucks in, and you know, it's always super busy. We have a lot of customers those days, and the truck that we had gotten in this week was very large. We, you know, were unloading bag after bag after bag of dog food and bedding and all kinds of stuff, you know, and I'm not talking like small bags, I'm talking 40-50 pound bags, like one after another. We probably had 80 or so bags. I mean, it was a big pallet, like it was tall. So we did that and I helped, and it you know, I didn't really think anything of it. I mean, I know you're not supposed to lift heavy stuff, but at that point in time, it's just, I mean, I kind of had to because I didn't know yet for sure. So after work that night, I went by good old Walmart and I bought a pregnancy test. I got the clear blue kind. I didn't want to get like the great value kind because I wanted to get like, I guess like an expensive kind because I was sure that the expensive kind would be better than the cheaper kind, which in reality I know they all work the same, but at that moment in time, like, I was kind of really suspecting because just of all the things that had been going on. And the night before when I had that conversation with Matt, I was just like, okay, I really need to be sure. I really need to get this kind of test. So I got that kind of test and I got home and I took it. And I waited, and I waited, and it came up positive. And I got the kind that had the word pregnant on it. So, and it's not, you know, I didn't have to go by like the little lines or the cross or anything. So it was 100% sure it said pregnant. And I cried. I was so happy. Now, granted, I was always the person who, I did not want children. I am the oldest out of all of my siblings and all of my cousins, so I grew up around all of them as babies and helped them, you know, grow up, and I changed their diapers, I bathed them, I did whatever. I felt like I did my time. I don't want children. I want no part of that. So it was an unusual reaction for me, in my opinion, because I've always been that kind of person who knew that they would just never have kids, and I would be totally okay with it, and I would love my friends' kids and, you know, spend time with them, but I just did not want kids of my own. And in that moment, whenever that word pregnant popped up on that test, it was just a switch went off in my brain, and I was just ecstatic. I was elated. I was so happy. And I'm sitting in Matt's lap on the couch, bawling my eyes out, crying, and he's just like, calm. Like, he's happy. He's very happy. He's just as elated as I am, but he was calm. Like, he's always so calm with everything, and I think that's kind of what helps me out, because I over-exaggerate everything, and he's always just so calm about everything. But he was calm about the whole thing, and he held me, and he was happy, he was smiling. He took a picture of the test and sent it out to all his friends and told his friends. I called, you know, some of my friends and some of my family. I did not, however, call my mother. I specifically did not call my mother for the reason that she has been wanting me to have a child for the longest time. We moved into this house in December of 2017, and after that, she got me a what are those things called? A playpen, like a little playpen, you know, the little thing that you know, kids lay in. She got me one of those, and it stayed in the box the whole time. Like, I didn't want to get rid of it. I thought about getting rid of it because, like I said, I did not want children. I absolutely did not want children, but I couldn't make myself get rid of it. So it stayed in its box in the guest room closet for years, until I found out I was pregnant. And then Matt and I ended up getting it out. But the reason I did not tell my mother is because I wanted to tell her in a special way. So what we did, I told my aunt, and she made reservations at Olive Garden, and Matt and I met her and her two sons, and I invited my mother and my stepdad out to eat there. And she was like, well, why? This is so weird. Why are you asking us to eat? And I'm like, well, because I never really get to see you. Y'all live all the way on the other side of town. I live all the way on this side of town. You know, we never really get to see each other that often, and, you know, I miss you and I want to spend time with you. And she was like, oh, okay, well, you know. So we all met up, and I had my little gift with me, and she was like, you're acting funny. Why are you acting so funny? You know, you look different. You look a lot different. What's wrong with you? What's going on? Like, why is this going on? And I'm like, Mom, you'll get to open your present in a minute. Jeez, calm down. So we finally sit down. We order our food and everything, and while we're waiting on the food to get there, I give her the present. And the first thing in it was a card. And I'll insert the clip. My aunt recorded it for me, because it was just one of those special little moments, and she ended up turning the camera this way for a little bit of it. I'm sorry for that, but she did it. But it's okay. I mean, it's still really sweet.
Wait a minute.
There's a card in it.
Why are you filming me?
Because it's an amazing present.
Because you're pretty. But you're always pretty. Kayla, back up.
Read it out loud.
There are very few sights as wonderful to see as the proud and happy glow of a grandmother. You're gonna be an amazing nephew.
So yeah, now we're all excited for Will to get here, and especially me. Like, I cannot wait for him to get here. I'm so excited. I talk about it all the time. It's all I think about, and I'm pretty sure all first-time moms are this way. I'm pretty sure all moms in general are this way, but me especially, I'm excited and I can't wait. Well, thank you guys for watching this video. I'm sorry if it wasn't the most interesting, lavish story that I could have ever told, but it was my story and it's special to me, and I wanted to share it with you all. So thanks again for watching, and I'll see y'all next time.